One, two, three, go.
Mama na'y mantika sa lubot. Imong mama na'y mantika sa lubot. Imong mama na'y mantika sa lubot. Chicharon.
Hello everyone, this is Bar again and welcome to my vlog. Today I'm going to take you through our first day in Vietnam, starting from our time at the airport to how we spent our first day in this beautiful country. Our itinerary for the first day is all about nothing but chill. As I mentioned in my previous video, getting here was a 12-hour journey, and since we're traveling with seniors, I wanted to make sure this trip isn't too exhausting. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into our laid-back first day in Vietnam. On our way to Vietnam, we saw a lot of familiar things. Getting our passport stamped, walking on a walkulator, flight attendants doing their safety routines, and eating a char siu chicken meal. But we also saw something new in economy class. And guess what? A USB socket. I thought those were only for business and first class. It's a lifesaver on a 4-hour flight when your phone battery is dying. When we arrived in Vietnam, we were ready to breeze through immigration. But then another plane landed, and a group of people from Central Asia joined the queue, or rather, they didn't join the queue. They created their own. They just inserted themselves right in the middle. People were mad, but couldn't do much because, well, let's just say their was quite overpowering. I didn't film it to avoid causing more commotion, but if anyone from that group is watching this vlog, please don't bring your rude behavior to other countries. Learn the customs and line up properly. Despite the frustration, I did a good job keeping my emotions in check. I didn't want to ruin my trip with anger, especially right after landing. It took us 3 hours to get through immigration because of those queue jumpers. I had to apologize to our driver who waited for us at the arrival area, and of course gave him a huge tip for his patience. When we arrived at our Airbnb apartment, the host was kind enough to personally greet us. I was absolutely speechless when I saw the place. I couldn't believe I will spend over a week in this 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment for just around 24,000 pesos. I'll stop talking for a bit so you can see what I'm talking about. Trust me, it's definitely worth it. The apartment is beautiful, isn't it? We didn't really have an itinerary for this day, aside from resting, but my wife and I still went grocery shopping. In Vietnam, we are millionaires. Can you believe that? But not really. It just so happens that Vietnam's currency is a bit weak compared to other countries. As of now, 1 million Vietnamese dong is equivalent to around 2,300 pesos or about 40 bucks or 40 US dollars. So if you have $40 and you're in Vietnam, it means you, sir or madam, are millionaires. Anyways, we walked to Lotte Mall since it's near the apartment we were staying in. Our first impressions while walking to Lotte Mall were amazing. We couldn't feel the heat of the sun. Living in the Philippines, anything below 25 degrees Celsius is already cold for us. We can't really walk for even 15 minutes at noon in the Philippines due to the sun's heat that will literally burn your skin. In Vietnam, people are walking at noon and they don't even sweat, which to me is mind-boggling. Lotte Mall is very modern and the staff were very nice. Even if they couldn't speak English, they still did their best to communicate using Google Translate on their phones. We saw a lot of things in Lotte Mart, which is Lotte Mall's department store, and we saw a few things that were not common in our country. For example, fish with vegetables sold as a package, live monster fishes, which would be considered monster fish in the Philippines, and sold as pets. But in Vietnam, they are just livestock. And another thing that amazed me was their meat and fish. You really don't need to choose which meat is the freshest because all kinds of meat, vegetables, and fruits they sell are very fresh compared to the Philippines, where you really need to smell and take a good look at the meat since some of them are not fresh. Another thing that amazed me was the size of their fruits. They are humongous. After we bought all the items we needed for the entire week, we only spent around 3.8 million Vietnamese dong for 2 full push carts worth of grocery items. After that, we went back to our apartment to relax and prepare for tomorrow when we actually start to roam around Vietnam. Hey, and if you'd like to know more about what happens next, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell button so you'll get notified each time I upload a new video. I would also appreciate it if you would like this video to give me motivation to upload more content about my life. Thank you and see you in the next video.
1, 2, 3, go.
Mama na'y mantika sa lubot. Imong mama na'y mantika sa lubot. Imong mama na'y mantika sa lubot. Chicharon.